Hello, this is Rioux. Today I'm very happy because I'm going to meet André-François, the author of Wilderness Secret Revealed. André-François is a special guy. He's Professor Emeritus at the University in Quebec at Chicoutimi. He holds the Guinness World Record of survival in the boreal forest. He's a pioneer of survival skill in northeastern America. His last book is this one. So I'm going to talk with him and to learn about his adventures. So nice to see you again, André-François.
It's a pleasure, always a pleasure, Billy.
So you spend, André-François, your whole life learning survival skills. So what did it bring to you, those learnings?
You know, I think nature is the most extraordinary professor there is in the entire world. Living with nature, being immersed in survival situations in nature, just brings you a closer relationship with the natural world and with real life.
And I'd like to know where this passion come from. From who or from what kind of event happened in your life?
You know, where does the passion come from? I don't know. As a kid, I was probably psychologically deranged. The point that changed it was reading The Mysterious Island by Jules Verne, where Cyril Smith, the engineer in that story, can do anything and recreate society. He can start the fires, he can cook the food, he can do anything, you know. He can start growing corn, and he can be completely self-sufficient on his mysterious island. And that kind of inspired me. Say, I want to be like that. I want to learn everything, know how to do everything, and be able to do without society.
So now I'm gonna ask André-François Bourbeau one question that I'm pretty sure you're just wondering. On your book, André-François, tell me one story which is incredible, just to read it. One of your best stories you can find in this book.
Well, it's no doubt the survival experiment that earned me the Guinness World Record. 31 days in the wilderness, dressed like a city person, with no fire, no matches, no knife, no gear of any kind, no tent, no food, for 31 days in a black fly infested country 250 kilometers north of here. That was a pretty wild experience.
Tell me about your black flies.
Oh, black flies, you know, everybody says, oh, there were lots of black flies. What does that mean? Well, to me, I devised a scientific way of knowing how many black flies there were. I would draw a little 1-inch square on my pants with a magic marker, and I would count in that square how many black flies are actually on the pant leg itself. And on the second day of that trip, there was 14 crawling in that 1-inch space, and then it would vary between 6, 8, 10. It went up to 14 crawling on it, and that's not the ones that are above it, and just the cloud that was following me all the time.
And on the final question, what is the message you want to tell to the next generation of bushcrafter?
You know, Billy, there's two things. There's wilderness survival, and then there's survival of the wilderness. And to me, survival of the wilderness is the message that we should all be promoting all over the world, and to all our kids and to all the young people of the next generation. I'm worried about survival of the wilderness because I call it the construction sickness. Everybody wants to construct everything, to build, and it's just encroaching on nature. Every edge of every lake has got a chalet on it now. There's less and less nature all over the world because new roads, new developments, and the only word that the society knows is development, is construction. And there are other ways to develop, and that's leave it alone is often the best development you can make, is leave the wilderness areas alone. So don't look for empty land that you can build on. Look for a land that's already got an old crappy house on it, tear it down and build a new one. That's fine. But don't use wilderness and to me, that's the most important message we can say. Preserve wilderness for future generations, because nature is an extraordinary professor. You learn so much about yourself, about life, about the world in general, just by going in the wilderness. And I'll say, like my old friend Kirk Whipper said, you have to believe in the wilderness, and you have to believe that it's going to be important in future generations, and let's save the little wilderness we've got left. Otherwise, we won't be doing any bushcraft 50 years down the road and 100 years down the road, and we won't be doing wilderness survival experiments down the road, and we won't be learning what we have to learn from nature. So protect wilderness. That'd be the message. Yeah, that's a good message.
This book, it's a lot about the stories. I really love it because it's stories, and it made me laugh. This guy made me laugh a lot in this book. So that was a lot of fun and a lot of learning too about survival skills. A lot. So I encourage you very much, guys, to read it. Thank you very much, André-François. Always a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Oh, sorry for crushing your hand.
Thanks, man.